Hi guys, it's me and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having an amazing day following the announcement, the official reveal of Werewolves in The Sims 4. And I must admit, okay, I was kind of skeptical at first. I was kind of on the fence, but then I actually saw the comparisons between The Sims 2 Werewolves, The Sims 3 Werewolves, and The Sims 4 Werewolves. And I must admit, you guys, okay, you can throw stones at me all you want, but I switched like a sissy, like I really did. I have a tweet coming from Rachel Fantasia on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful human and content creator. Please go check out her stuff. She's just so amazing and cannot speak highly of her enough. Jack of All Games shared a comparison between Sims 2, Sims 3, and Sims 4 Werewolves. And even though I do prefer the fury and intimidation of The Sims 3 Werewolves, The Sims 4s are really cutesy. And I know that may not be everyone's preference, but honestly, even though they might not be where I want them to be, God, they are so much better than how they used to be. I feel like The Sims 3s were definitely good for its time, and I can see the direction they were going in with them, but The Sims 2? What the heck is even that? Every time I see this, I cackle. I've had this saved on my computer the past 30 minutes, and every time I load it up before I start filming, I just laugh when I look at that freaking werewolf. You know what that looks like? If anything looks like the Cats musical, it's The Sims 2. That does not look like a werewolf. That looks like a Sim was trying to repair an electronic object and got singed and nearly died. Do you know what I'm talking about? When your Sim gets electrocuted? Yes, that's literally what that looks like. So I think there has been a clear improvement since then. And personally, it might not be exactly where I thought they would go. I think it's a lot better than what it could have been. And I'm grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that. Ocean quotes, I agree. Let's show The Sims 4 some love this time because these past werewolves were not it. Sims 2, I'm looking at you. Oh boy, that was messy. But the main reason why I wanted to grab this tweet is because of Rachel's comment. I've just come to the conclusion that I think those of us who love all things cutesy are loving the look of The Sims 4 Werewolves, but those of us who prefer the scary, gross type of look will prefer the past werewolves. I'm the most interested in the new werewolves than I've ever been. And no, that's a really good point, and I had never even thought about it from that perspective until I came across this tweet from Rachel. This actually makes a lot of sense because personally, that was one of my biggest complaints when watching the trailer and actually dissecting it was, okay, they're not scary enough, they're not fierce enough, they're not gross enough, and that's why I preferred the Sims 3 ones. But I've noticed from so many Simmers that love how cute they are instantly prioritizing the Sims 4 ones over any other ones. So it really just comes down to preference, but it's going to be okay because we know that mod creators, especially for you on PC and Mac, will be able to change these werewolves, I guess maybe to be more like the older ones. I wasn't even going to include this in this video, but I wanted to talk about it because this is such an interesting perspective and I never even thought about it. Now, I don't know if this is considered a leak or not because I actually tried looking through Origin under the pre-order page for the Werewolves pack and I was actually unable to see any of these cast assets listed like this. No other Sims 4 news outlets have talked about these pieces, but a sim guru did actually comment on them. Waffle tweets a picture of the assets coming with the Werewolves pack, sharing concerns of yet once again the lack of masculine assets in the pack. They tag multiple sim gurus. Can you guys please stop leaving us behind? 15 new hairs and not a single one is mask? This is ridiculous. This is so indefensibly skewed. And I mean, we've known for a while that we've been having issues with feminine content having the upper hand over masculine content. They've definitely really been lacking in that department, and they've kind of been doing that since the start. Throughout The Sims 4 and even throughout The Sims 3, feminine clothing, feminine hairstyles have always been higher than their counterparts. Waffle also adds fem sims are already have twice as many hairs. How can you possibly justify an entire pack where not a single one is masked? I just don't understand this. Men work on the team. You know men play the game. How does this keep happening? The ratio is even worse than My Wedding Stories. Well, Simguru Nova actually responded to this tweet. Nearly all of the cast separates and the full body items were made for both frames. That's just the preview shown on Fem frame. I know it's easy to jump to that conclusion based on this, but hold tight. We'll show off the super flexible options during the live stream, and that's a really interesting response. Waffle replies, "This is the first time I've ever gotten a response to this concern, so I'm very excited. You're saying all the tops this time around are both frames? The last few packs have had some tops for both frames, so I've noticed that being a trend. Is this the plan going forward? I guess this is a good thing, and I'm really happy that a Simguru on the Sims team has finally addressed this issue for the lack of masculine content in the game, and I hope that going forward, not just for Werewolves, but for every other pack in the future, more and more assets are created for both frames to look good on both frames. Because yes, you can use pretty much any piece for masculine or feminine frame Sims, but a lot of the times they'll look weird or they won't fit correctly. It seems like they're gonna be more universal this time around, so hoping that that also applies in the future. Looks like we'll be hearing more on lore very soon. That rhymed, and that totally wasn't intentional. Simguru Nova's been very active today on Twitter, probably one of the most active gurus, and there's no plans on stopping that anytime soon, it sounds like. They tweet today just a few minutes ago, and yes, I am adding this into my video that I've been working on for 5 hours because they won't stop tweeting stuff. The hype train doesn't stop today, everyone. I have a whole folder full of screenshots of features I worked on, behind the scenes development tidbits, my favorite text from the pack, ready to share when I can. Oh, and of course, get ready to nerd out with me about the lore soon. So they've worked really hard on the lore. They're teasing it a lot. We saw first with those cryptic messages and now with all these tweets today and in that community blog post. So we'll be learning more about that very soon as well. How deep will this lore go? That's the question. And of course, Sim Gurus on Twitter, the official Sims team, development team for the pack, are releasing more screenshots. There were some that I missed, but I now have all of them, so we are 100% up to date. I can definitely see Rachel's point of view really shining through in a lot of what we've seen so far in the trailer and with these pictures. They're definitely very friendly, happy, cutesy looking, and that's definitely not gonna be for everyone. And I've noticed that even when they look aggressive, they don't even look that aggressive. They don't look scary. I'd run right up to them and go, "Hey, can I give you a big old hug, you cute teddy bear?" Like literally. That's how they appear to me. But I guess for a lot of people, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It all comes down to personal preference, and that's okay. I mentioned this in my last video, but personally, I'm probably gonna be having them with no clothes on because the clothes, that's just what ruins it for me. But that's just me. Some of you might actually like that and prefer that. But I'm glad that we have that customization and we have that ability to choose if we want to do that or not. Of course, in this one, another look at some of the accessories, necklaces, bracelets, and even rings on the fingers. Another glimpse outside of the trailer at the new world at an actual trailer, yes. More of those wall murals that we saw in the official YouTube trailer as well as the blog post. Another look at some of the new build buy assets coming with the pack and clothing as well in a new banner. I'm really excited for the telescope. Out of everything that was announced and revealed today, what's funny is what I am most excited for is basically everything non-werewolf related, like the body hair coming, the telescopes coming, a lot of the new objects, the bassinet, the new toddler bed, like all of that stuff is so cute and appealing to me. A new punching bag is coming to The Sims 4. This one's ripped up, has patches sewn in, and is being held up by a tire. I really like the grungy punk aesthetic that they went for with this pack. It looks lovely. Yet again, another look at the werewolf signs that you can place and a trailer in the background. Assuming by the windows and the shutters and them being half boarded up, this is most likely a shell. I don't think you'll be able to live here, but that shouldn't stop you from creating your own trailer in game. Also, can't wait to see what this world world's gonna look like in the rain, especially when it's all misty with it. Here's another look at the world, this time from the side of the trailer that I just showed you not too long ago. Werewolf and freezer bunny murals show on the side of the building, and a fire going just out front. If you look closely on the left-hand side, you can even see vines growing out of the buildings, really giving this world that old, rundown, abandoned look. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this world. More looks at the world, lots of evergreen trees, dirt paths, industrial buildings with smokestacks and mountains in the background. This one's quite low quality, but I'm just excited to see what it looks like in the snow more than anything. More roads, cars, and gas stations. I would go as far to say they're hinting at cars again, guys, but we get roads and cars with almost every world that we get, or every new world. I mean, we even saw gas stations and all that stuff with Get Famous, so I don't necessarily think that that means cars are coming, but I can only cross my fingers. Still keeping my hopes low. I feel like if we were to get cars, they probably would have come at this point. This next picture here with the bridge crossing the river with the mountains in the background really gives me Moonlight Falls vibes. If you don't remember that world, that's the world that came with The Sims 3 Supernatural. And coming down to the final pictures, Sim Gurus share a screenshot of the Riverdale gym. Absolutely love the brand new cracked mirror. It's kind of hard to see the crack. It's at the top right where the curtain's reflection is. Brand new bookcase, punching bag, workout equipment, rug, lights, and more. And of course, more cast previews showing the glasses. I will say that the glasses do look kind of weird in werewolf form because, you know, the backs of them are supposed to go behind your ears, but when they're in wolf form, their ears are higher up. So it kind of looks a little strange like that, but nonetheless, I'm still happy that they at least gave us the ability to add these accessories in werewolf form. I still think it's better than not having that at all. That way, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Again, another werewolf rocking out accessories and brand new clothing attire from the pack. The glasses definitely do look a little weird going straight through the fur on the cheeks, but happy to have that customization there. And last but not least, I wanted to save this for the very end because this is something that I've been looking forward to and that I'm so excited about. One of my least favorite things about The Sims 3 Supernatural was the fact that every time there was a full moon, the zombies came out, frame rates dropped, those ugly, annoying creatures were everywhere, and I hated them. So I never used the lunar cycles, but now I'll be able to do them because I don't have to worry about the zombies coming out and going crazy. Sim Guru Connor confirms that lunar cycles are coming to all worlds in the game with the pack and not just in the brand new world of Moonwood Mill. So you're able to see every single phase of the moon in every single world, whether you intend on playing with werewolves or not. I just hope that there are some effects or gameplay additions with the lunar cycles that aren't relating to werewolves. That would still be really cool to see. I love you guys. That is going to be it. Thank you all for watching. Share your thoughts on everything that we've learned today so far about the new pack. And of course, if there are any more previews or Sim Guru Q&A tweets, I will be back as soon as possible. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. So long and happy simming. Starting now and for every single upload in June during Pride Month, I'll be raising money for the Born This Way Foundation. In case you didn't know, the Born This Way Foundation supports the mental health of young people and works with them to build a kinder and braver world. Through high-impact programming, youth-led conversations, and strategic cross-sectorial partnerships, the foundation aims to make kindness cool, validate the emotions of young people, and eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health. You can learn more at bornthisway.foundation. This video was brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you'd like to join my community over there, a link is below. Thank you for watching.